truly personal pleasure here to introduce our student speaker for today's ceremonies. An individual about whom there will be undoubtedly many stories of success in the future. Avi Zellman has accomplished an unbelievable amount over the course of the past 4 years. So much so, you have to wonder if he operates with more than 24 hours in the day, or if there are 2 Avi Zellmans. Consider this. Avi is graduating with a BA in Anthropology, a BA in Jewish Studies, a BA in Business Administration, along with a minor in Mathematics, and a certificate of International Studies in Business. He's also a member of Phi Beta Kappa and the Business School and the University of Washington honors programs. Perhaps even more importantly, Avi has been a student leader dedicated to enriching the Foster School experience and not only benefiting the lives of students here, but the lives of others around the world. He has served as a co-chair of the Undergraduate Business Council, as president of the Certificate of International Studies in Business, as the technology director for the Jackson School Student Association, on and on. Avi has also worked and studied abroad in France, in El Salvador, in Israel, in Thailand. You still think there are only 24 hours in his day, you know what I'm saying? Unbelievable, Avi, unbelievable. Avi also embraces the paying it forward as few can match. He's the co-founder of the Global Health Roundtable. That's a multidisciplinary student organization. He's the director of marketing for Lumana Credit, which I referenced earlier, and he's the only student to serve on the committee for Seattle's anti-human trafficking call and response movement. And where is Avi headed this fall? Not out into the private sector as a consultant to make buckets of money and get that BMW. Not that there's anything wrong with that, okay? But rather, Avi is headed to Oakland, California, where he'll work to bridge the education gap by teaching mathematics to young people as part of the Teach for America program. Please join me in welcoming one of our stars from the 2009 graduating class, Mr. Avi Zellman.
Well, thanks, Steve. Family, friends, faculty, staff, and of course, graduating class of 2009. My name is Avi Zellman, and it's an honor to graduate with you today. Now, thankfully, the other Avi Zellman is currently completing the packing that I neglected while I was preparing the speech. And also, Mom and Dad, I'm really sorry for not telling you that I was going to be giving this speech. Unlike my parking tickets and spur-of-the-moment hitchhiking trips across the country, this really was planned. And additionally, as part of my neglect, I actually left my speech at home. So this speech is actually brought to you in part by BlackBerry. Now, class of 2009, what were we thinking? How could we graduate now? Not only are our undergraduate degrees worth less and taken more for granted than any other time in history, but the economy is terrible, the world is melting around us, and even Ken Griffey Jr. is having a hard time inspiring the Mariners to victory. We could not have chosen a worse time to graduate, right? No, that's absurd, and I hope you agree. Our degrees are worth much more than just pieces of paper, telling businesses, grad programs, or our armies of Facebook friends that we can repeat Porter's 5 forces, the weighted average cost of capital, or how to depreciate our parents' cars. No. Our degrees are the cover to the stories that we've accumulated while roaming Balmer Hall, and there are lots of them. Whether it was Aaron mentoring a class of 30 new freshmen, Tuan building an ethics case competition from the ground up, Kim and Felicia working step by step to help their group achieve 501c3 status, or Eric championing a street fair for student businesses and small vendors and performers, we all have stories to tell and tangible, important experiences to build from. So what's the real challenge? It's not the economy. Ignore the unemployment rate. Ignore the headlines trying to salvage revenues. Look at yourself. Look at our friends. The real challenge is remembering the confidence we've earned through our experiences at Foster and communicating our value to anyone who will listen.